Not, is it
The
live?
Memorex commercials.
It's like dating us or whatever. So sad.
Well, nobody heard
Oh,
my is it live or is it Memorex reference though? So
hello, everyone. Oh, Shamrock Pixie, Landshark Picker. Hey, Craig, I found the name of your place. I looked you up. It's called, was it Golden Meadows?
Meadows, yes. He's at the Golden Meadows Retirement Center.
Yep. So, anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about me and Eric both got like, I think, small finds today, right?
Yeah, nothing major. I mean, I just wake up. We've been out shopping and listing and everything today. We're working hard today.
No, that's pretty accurate. I do sleep sometimes.
I did take a nap, so don't get me wrong. I did all that in the morning and then came home and took a nap. So had some coffee and I'm ready to go again.
Yeah, I mean, I ended up taking like a little hour trip each way to pick up this video game lot.
Your Facebook Marketplace find?
Yes, Facebook Marketplace. I'm loving it.
And that was an auction that was a little disappointing. I mean, I managed to spend, $160, $170, but wasn't quite what I'd hoped it would be. So,
oh, bummer.
It is what it is. It's a Sunday auction. Sunday auctions aren't always the best. I could have gone to a different one. I probably should have gone to the different ones, more householdy type stuff, but I'm pretty happy with what I end up picking up. So I'll do well with it.
What's up, Thrift Daddy? What's up, John?
Hey, John. Melissa.
Melissa. Hey.
Hi. That's baiting us even worse.
I know. Can you believe it? This is like actually two videos in a row, right, Eric?
Yeah, last night. Well, actually, technically, it was still this morning when we got done with that.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. It was two today, I guess you could say. That's
You're
funny.
Just being a YouTuber now, putting out multiple videos every day. What's up with that?
Oh please. That's my gaming keyboard, John. I'm using a Razer.
He uses a Razer, and I use like an old Hewlett Packard one that I've had for like 30 years. It seems like it's definitely on this like fourth or fifth computer now. So
Nice.
It's got all the cool buttons and everything, the volume control and the home buttons and all that stuff that I actually do use. So
yeah, okay, John. Imagine that. Yeah, you can flip those around. That's so funny.
I don't know. I mean, the way sales have been this weekend, it was just a terrible weekend for sales. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but
yeah, I haven't been doing too bad. I don't have my eBay screen up right now, but I think I did like 800 this weekend. So
how much?
Okay, 800.
Yeah, I mean, you had a bunch of auctions in though. I mean, that was
no. They're just buying now. I'm not including those auctions that ended
okay.
2 days ago.
Yeah, but those are also residual out of your auctions ending too. So
true. That's very true. Hey, Pat D's in the house. What's up? Good old Pat. Yeah. So not too much else going on really. What were you saying about your sales?
They suck.
Or their lack of.
Honestly, I think it was one of the worst sales weekends I've had in 6 or 8 months. I mean, it is what it is.
Well, it's a summer slowdown.
It's just a weekend slowdown. I mean, I'm not worried about it. Like I said, it's but like I said, sales suck. What do? I go out and I spend some more money. I mean, it's kind of, it's, yeah, you have slow days sometimes. I mean, I just gotta get to it. Pat D's wants to see your shirt. I don't know why.
You mean like he wants to see my shirt off? Because I don't know if that's gonna happen.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah. No, but this shirt is just the old back in the day when the TV would shut off.
The old color bar shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, this actually it's from what do you call it? What's that show? The one with Sheldon and everything.
Big Bang Theory.
Thank you. Big Bang Theory. Yeah, Sheldon wears this in one of the episodes, so Jessica bought it for me. My darling wife. Hey, Kids Make Deals. What's up? Or Kids Deals More. I'm dyslexic,
Yeah.
apparently.
Old McDonald was a farmer. O-I-O-I-E. Well, you want to get started showing off?
Oh, wait, hold on. That's right. It was confirmed that Summer was Kids Deals More's name. There we go. I have to get like a checklist and like have to write it here with people's names because it's hard to like remember everybody's name after a while.
I just decided that I'm not even going to try.
Oh, there's Derek. See, I remember him.
Yeah, I can't remember. I have terrible. I know faces. I know how somebody speaks. I remember all that stuff. Hey, Pat. I can't remember names very well, and it's always been a problem for me. I'm just not a good name person.
Yeah, I think you're going over to the Golden Meadows soon with Craig. You're halfway there.
Retirement, believe me.
Yeah, I guess we'll dive into. This is kind of going to be like we won't be very long. This is going to be like what we got today, and we're going to.
Yeah, it won't be very long. I know us.
And we're going to do a quick what we sold on eBay.
Sure, it's only a couple weeks long, so.
Yeah.
You're going to come to New Jersey on Saturday? What's going on Saturday?
Yeah, what's going on Saturday, Derek? No one ever keeps me in the loop. I know nothing. I heard there's a reseller meetup somewhere in Nashville soon. I know nothing about anything.
Yeah, the Nashville one I complain about because it's the first week of school. I mean, and it automatically kicks out any parent, really, if you think about it, that can't make that type of thing if they're not local. I mean, I'd have to travel for it. I mean, I'd drive to it if I could, but you got to give me a different weekend. Well,
I remember when we went to Gatlinburg. I mean, that was a blast. That place was fun.
It was a good time, but I mean, I still had to watch my kid the entire time though. So I mean, that's the negative side of being a single parent. I mean, you just can't always go do the fun stuff. Yeah. That's why I couldn't come up when you guys went up to New York and did the vacation up there because my son's in school. So the Hot Wheels Legends Tour.
Gonna be there with Pat. I don't know. I'm seeing Pat a little too much though.
What's a Hot Wheels Legends Tour? Is it like is it like a traveling show where they show off like some of the rarest Hot Wheels or something?
Could be like a Comic Con for Hot Wheels, maybe.
I don't know. Never heard of it. I'll have to Google it and see.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
It might be interesting. I mean, because I see, Hot Wheels are one of those just weird little things. I mean, Derek's just so knowledgeable about the stuff, but it's again one of those things you specialize in it. There's just so much to know.
Yeah, at some point I gotta pick Derek's brain. I have a box of toys that I can't ID because they're, just I'm not that big into like action figures and stuff, and some of it's like Japan anime stuff. I think if I remember right.
Yeah, I passed a bunch of toys today because I just don't like to mess with that stuff. All right, well, I suppose I'll go first on what I picked up. Not all that's back here is what I picked up today. I'm kind of been working on some other stuff as well, but I bought a box lot that had all this stuff in it. I'll drag it all over here since I'm put in front of me, make it easier to grab. The reason I bought the box lot, I ended up paying $60 for the lot. I had 3 Gillette razors. 2 of them are the Fat Maxes, and then there's another one. Gillette. These Gillettes. When you see them like this with the adjustable up here, and then they open and close with the bottom thing down here, they're about $35 to $40 a piece. I got 2 of those, and then a regular razor is about a $25 razor. The nice thing about Gillettes is they're all coated on the bottom. You can look at them and they'll say it'd be like G4 or I got a G1 and I don't remember what it was. J3, I think is what it was. Those codes are date codes. And so that's how you list them, J-3 or G-1. And that kind of helps people date them and then figure out what exactly they are. I got a little selection of Timex watches. And Timex watches aren't the greatest, but I have one of these is fairly vintage. That one right there. And then of course I got a little LCD one too, which these are starting to get a little bit more collectible. I'll lot these together and try and get $25 for them. See what I can get out of those. I got a really cool, a very nice condition fire truck belt buckle, and that's like $20. I got an actual fire department badge. That's about $20. I got a really nice Bulova automatic watch. Conditions kind of on it. It does work. It's an automatic self winder, so it does work. Crystal's all scratched up, but this watch, if it was in perfect condition, would be about $100. I'm going to try and get like 35 or 40 because of the condition. I got the coolest little Williams guideline on it, and it's actually
it's a ruler, isn't it?
A tape measure.
A tape, yeah.
It's like somebody sold a gold edition of this for like $25 for this one little thing, and you just pull the trigger and it sucks it right back in. They're really cool. And a couple pocket knives. This one is a little Imperial bowling pin knife. This is like $20, and then this is a fruit knife made in Japan. This is like $20. So the whole lot together is about $150, and I paid $60 for it. So not a bad little lot. It was the first lot I bought. I bought a box of license plates. These are the modern plates that I'm not going to put on eBay. I'll put these in my live auction. But what I do is I pulled out like the older plates. This one actually has a license plate topper on it. Of course, it's so rusty you can't tell what it is, but I've got a pair. It's actually a matching pair. These are 1942. Here's a 72. That'll actually still sell. Here's a pair of, these are called waffle plates, which I've never heard of before. They're 1949 and they're aluminum. Most plates were steel. That's why these are in such nice shape for $49. I've got a pair of 63s. In Ohio, you have to have pairs for right now. Next year, they're going to go to single plates, which actually will make these more valuable back, eventually. So here's a 56. I got a 50 and a 45 and a trailer 41, which is kind of unusual. You don't see those very often. So I think I paid $40 for the entire lot of plates, and there's about $100, $125 worth of plates there. I bought a box that had, and I don't normally buy this stuff, but it's full of test strips. So diabetic test strips, a couple different brands. The red ones, I've got the meter and the test strips to sell those together. I get about $20. Those are actually expired, but they're only expired by a couple months. All the rest of them are actually in-date test strips, and those will go about $10 a box. And I think there's 9 boxes in here. So that's about maybe $120 for that box. I only paid $10 for it. There's the meter that goes with it. The weirdest thing I got, which was in that same box lot, was sodium chloride injections. And it's just saline solution to clean out lines and stuff like that. And I got a whole tub of these, but I looked them up. It's like $20 for 50 of them. So not a whole lot of dollars there.
Starting the whole fantasy, huh?
This is it's called the Idiot's Delight game. And it's a little puzzle. It's mid-century, which is really kind of cool. And you have to line up all the dots, and you can't have the same color dot on any one side when you throw all 4 of them together. So you can't have the same color dots on it as the rules of the game. And so it's I don't know, kind of like Rubik's Cube from 1960s, but
I was gonna say it's got that late 60s, early 70s.
Definitely mid-century. It's kind of neat. It's maybe $20. We'll have to go from there. I got a Midland portable reel-to-reel tape player. Still in the box. The guy was in the Navy. He's got all his Navy stuff written on it, which is no big deal. But batteries, the guy taking the batteries out, so there's no issues with the batteries. I think it's actually in really nice shape, and that's probably $30. I got a little portable record radio cassette player. It's in decent shape. It's probably $25-$30. I think that was pretty much it. It's going to end up, I spent $160. I'm going to make about $400. maybe a little bit more depending on what it goes for. But I mean, not a bad little haul for a couple hours worth of work.
That's all you got? Damn it!
That
The
was
show's
it.
going to be real short.
Well, I told you it wasn't. I mean, when I go to an auction, you get a feel for an auction first off. When I went to it, it was advertising vintage cars, vintage car parts, and household as well as a machine shop. And when I got there, started checking out, the machine shop had been essentially cleared out except for the machines. And so I'm not going to buy a mill that I couldn't even get home if I tried. I mean, these things are, 1,500, 2,000 pounds. I mean, you need a crane to basically get them out of there, forklift or something like that. I would have bought some of the tooling. Jason's taught me the money's in the tooling, but there was none there. There were some bits and pieces and things like that, but not enough to worry about. And then I looked at the car parts. Some of the car parts were actually, the guy had bought a lot of the stuff off of eBay. It still was in the original postal boxes, had the eBay prices, what he paid for them. But guys were just foaming at the mouth over those table lots. So I knew they weren't going to go cheap enough for me to make decent money on them. And then the cars themselves, again, I'm not afraid of flipping a vehicle, but they didn't have any titles. And in Ohio, you can't do anything with a car without a title. So I couldn't even mess with that stuff. And then the household stuff, I bought the best of the household stuff. I mean, that was the best. I mean, the rest of it was pretty much junk. I mean, it was kind of a cleared out place, and it was like the money's going to be in the machines, and that was about it. Everything else was just kind of extra. They'd already moved everything of decent value out. So,
well, how long were you there?
The auction started at 12, and I was home by 2:30, and I left before they even really got deep into anything. It was 20-minute drive. So I mean, figure I was probably there till I was there for like 2 hours. Yeah, Mr. Sash is right. You can't even junk a car in Ohio without a title. So you get a lot of cars traded back and forth for parts and things like that, but nobody wants, because eventually you got to do something with it. So it's kind of like the last guy stuck with it. What are you going to do with it after you stripped all the parts off of them?
It's like a game of hot potato.
It is. It's terrible. And what's sad is 90% of these people have, the reason it doesn't have a title is somebody at some point lost the title and then never went down to the DMV just to get the title. They just sold it off without a title, never thinking of the consequences down the road with that. Just a pain in the butt.
It probably happens often, doesn't it?
It does. And then you see a guy trying to sell a newer car without a title, and that usually means he's pawned the title, and then now he's trying to get rid of the car. Yeah, you can't. The scrap places won't even touch a cut up car without a title for it. So yeah, it's frustrating. And there's a lot of good cars out there that don't have titles that that you can't do anything with. I mean, a lot of good vintage vehicles. I've seen, and Ohio is. I mean, they won't. You could have a 1919 Model T if you don't have a title. You're not getting a license for it in Ohio, and there's no real mechanism to go get a title either. I mean, it's majorly.
If you lived out of state and bought it, is your state. If it's
the state rules, whatever the state gives. Because, I know down south, a lot of places don't title vehicles that are like pre-73 and things like that. And so all you need is the registration at that point. You can come up and then you turn the registration in. They inspect the car, check the registration numbers against the VIN number, and then you're good to go. But Ohio's just so backwards when it comes to that stuff.
Go figure.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
I mean, being so close to Michigan, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, there's places. Nevermore says you can wash a title in Vermont. I know there's a company down in Georgia that you give them the VIN numbers, they'll run the VIN numbers. If it comes back clean, they'll title the car in Georgia, and then they'll send you the Georgia title, and you can retitle it and everything. But they only do it for certain cars, and it has to be like a collector car status, like older muscle cars, things like that. And then kind of the whole thing. Yeah, boats are a little different because the titling is done by the game commission, actually. And so they could, I bought a boat that didn't have a title and actually went down and they titled it for me. So what's up, Flipping Particles? But that was pretty much it.
All right, so can we cut the crap with the car stuff and get to my stuff?
No.
Is that okay?
No, we could talk about, buying, certain cars and then wrecking them and then not getting full value out of them. We could do that. But sorry. So what did you get today, Jason?
All right, so I'll flip the screen on me now. Here we go. All right, So I just did one quick little Facebook Marketplace buy today that I drove like an hour to pick up. Um, Price was $300, and it's a vintage computer lot. And let's start the show and tell.
You're gonna start big and end up small, or you're gonna start with the smallest first?
We'll start with the big.
Okay.
Here's an Atari 800 computer. Really clean.
What's the value of that?
It's hard to say. I mean, if it works, and it probably should, because 800s are pretty durable. I think on the low side, like $100.
Okay.
If I remember right. And the good news is I already have one of these, so I can sell this. I don't have to keep it. I ended up getting the cassette recorder. There's actually 4 in total, so I got 4 of these. These aren't really worth a lot, though. They're like probably $15 a pop.
Yeah, still at $60. I mean,
yeah. And I also got all the wires for everything, but I'm not gonna obviously hold up wires and stuff.
Yeah.
Next, we got the 810 Atari disk drive for 5 1/4 floppy disks. There you go.
That's a floppy.
That's a floppy.
When closing the floppy drive could take a finger off, you knew you were computing.
Serious. Then it has the 850 expansion box. This is
What is that for? What?
This is for connecting serial and parallel devices, printers, modems, and stuff. So ports.
Okay.
Yeah. That what does these go for? The disk drive goes for probably about, I don't know, 30 to 50, depending on the condition. Same with this, probably. It's been a while since I've sold these, but it's probably.
I mean, you're around 2 1/4, 2 1/2 back on your money now.
Yeah. And let me get this in the box. Then we got a total of 3 Atari joysticks. These are the ones that are also work with the, the VCS 2600. And they're actually not chewed. They're nice and clean at the top. So
chewed.
Yeah, a lot of times kids back in the 70s, they would chew this, like they'd play games and teething at the same time.
I've never heard that.
Oh, I've seen them.
That thing.
Yeah, I've seen it all the time like that. Actually, what's interesting, right over here, I have this handy little device. It's called a joystick tester, specifically for this type of Atari joysticks, which covers Commodore, Atari, etc., etc. And this will tell me if it's actually good. See, when I'm going to hit the fire button right now. Try to get there we go. See, it lit up, so the fire button's working. Now we'll do direction. So, wait, direction. All right, so this one isn't working. Let's try a different one.
How much was the tester? I mean, I remember you got it. It was like $10. What did it like $10 or something for the tester?
Yeah. Yeah, these are you can buy these on eBay. There's some guy internationally that sells them. They're like $10 a pop.
I guess
not working.
Sure your tester's working?
I know, I'm not sure. I've only used it once before. Let's see. I mean, the good thing is that you can still sell these because they're easy to repair. They have little kits that you buy. Ow. That hurt.
So is it supposed to light up the different directions then?
Yeah, each direction will light up. This one I'm not getting anything on either.
I think your tester may not be working right then.
Let's see. Let's try this nice joystick.
That's kind of cool. Is that an original Atari joystick, or is that an aftermarket?
This is a Wico. I forgot the model of this. What does it say? Command control. Let's try this bad boy. All right. So this guy is fully working. So it's kind of hard. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the screen, but see how that lit up for one direction, and then each of the directions it lights up. There we go.
Put it in your mouth. I mean, that's the way you're supposed to play with it, right? I mean,
yeah, exactly. Next.
So how many sets of joysticks you end up with?
I might as well test this one too while we're at it. Here's another one. This one's a Point Master Pro. Oh yeah, see?
Well, no, we can't because you don't have it up on the camera. But
no, I'm sorry. Yeah, this one's fully working too.
All right, so I mean, it kind of goes to show you how the quality of Atari versus the quality of the aftermarket.
Yeah, between that and these Atari ones get abused a lot. I actually have maybe about 10 of these at the shop. Then I also got a set of the
Paddles.
Paddles, yes. A set of paddles. These are nice. These usually go for like I don't know, $20, I believe. And we got this one's interesting. This is a Lee Stick by Datasoft, and it's very interesting. It's got the fire button up here.
Yeah.
And you hold it in your hand like a grip.
Okay.
And you just move and it senses it. And how it does it is there's little mercury switches inside here. So this is a fun little mercury toy for your child.
Nice.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Toy, I don't know, suicide bomber, I guess. You know?
So that's about I don't know, I think that's like $15. What did that add up to?
I don't know. You're probably into at least at 300 now before you get into any software or anything.
I mean, these joysticks non-working. I don't know, maybe like $5 a pop if I'm lucky.
From a lot of them together.
Yeah, usually I wait till I get big lots of them, and like I said, I have a bunch of the warehouse. But these other ones are at least 10 to 20. Hey, what's up, Mike? All right. Now we get to some more interesting, the games. And there's a good deal. This box is pretty full. All right. Just give me a second.
Yeah, it's not like you were planning on doing a video or anything.
Really? Let me just get it all out of the box and on the table. There are definitely some good games in here.
How long was the ad up on Marketplace before you hit it?
The ad was up for less than an hour. I remember that.
Did you just happen to be checking it, or do you have some sort of search parameter warning thing set up?
No, I just randomly found it. Mr. Stash, you sure don't want to flip that thumbs up around? All right. So there's some different games here. We'll start with Racing Destruction Set.
Nice.
And the disc is in there. Yep. Along with the instructions, great. We got pinball construction set.
That's kind of neat.
And I'm not going to go over the prices of these because I really don't remember what these go for because, you know, these only come up once in a while and I don't follow it that closely. But I'll let you know, like, if there's something that's big money.
I mean, most of the games are $15 to $30 range.
Yeah. I mean, like here, this Archon, this is probably 30 to 40, this particular one.
And you have 2 copies of that.
Yes, I do, actually. I have another one somewhere floating around.
I bought a lot of Atari stuff I traded to Jason. I had one of those, had that Archon copy in there, so I remember that. So
next, we got Micro Painter. And
games of the disc.
Yeah, this is nice. We got Battle for Normandy. You gotta love the artwork on a lot of these vintage games, you know?
Now's a good time to sell that one.
Tigers in the Snow. Looks like a tank game.
Ah, yeah.
We got manuals for the computer and the cassette deck. And more manuals. This is for the computer itself. And the disc.
System. I forgot my ephemera pickup as well.
What?
I forgot I bought a bunch of ephemera at the auction as well too. I got a bunch of
Well, no one wants to hear that right now.
Yeah, I know, American Train stuff and stuff like that. I forgot all about it. You start showing manuals, I'm like, wait a minute, I bought a bunch of that stuff today.
Then we got, let's see. The disc isn't here. Hopefully it's in the pile somewhere.
Letter Perfect.
Yeah. Interesting. Next we have 2 APX software titles.
Now explain those, because you had to explain what those were to me, because I didn't know what they were.
Yeah, APX means Atari Program Exchange. And what Atari did back in the day was kind of cool. That you would, it was kind of like a contest. You'd write a program and submit it to them, and if they liked the program, they would actually publish it under their name in these kind of generic things. So it's pretty cool. They're fairly collectible. They usually run anywhere between 10 to as high as $100 per item, depending on what it is. One of these is a game, and one of them is a banner generator. The game is blackjack. Let's see. We have a cassette version of darts. We have a total of 6 cartridges. We got Anteater, Pac-Man, Basic, Jumbo Jet Pilot, Submarine Commander, and Computer Chess.
Those are $5 to $10 a piece, right?
Yeah, there's no rarities here. Right. Next, let's see. Excuse me. We have the Forbidden Forest. Another cool graphic package. It's a box set.
Nice.
David's Midnight Magic. It's a cool pinball game from back in the day. And this was the disc that I found in the drive.
Ah, okay.
Hopefully is somewhere.
It's there somewhere.
I'll match it up later. But thought I put it aside. But all right. What else we got here? We got 2 APX titles, but this one's shot. The disc is all warped out from sun exposure, probably heat of some sort, and a good one. Something called Letter Perfect.
That goes your Letter Perfect.
Oh, was that called Letter Perfect? Well,
Yep.
Great, I got the software for it. Sweet. The manual for that cassette of Sub Commander. We have a manual for Sea Dragon. The game is in there somewhere.
What was the most expensive game out of the batch?
What?
What was the most expensive games you had out of the batch?
I'm getting to those. I was kind of saving until last.
Okay.
I love the artwork on this pack, man. I always got a kick out of it as a kid.
It's a little different than what you see in the game.
Yeah. Then we have Choplifter with the instructions. That was always a good game. All right. Oh, actually, that set, I found the second disc, so there's 2 discs for that set. And hopefully everyone hasn't fallen asleep yet.
I have.
Hey, what's up, Anita? And Mr. Sadie, how's it going tonight? Next, we got a lot of loose 5 1/4 discs. Now you're going to see things like this where they're just copies of stuff or saved discs. Those really don't have value other than maybe like $1 a disc. Here's the David's Midnight Magic. I'll put that with the game over there. And the ones that are just junk, I'm just putting to the side. So I'm sure there's going to be plenty here.
Well, it's amazing how much money is actually tied up in some of these 5 1/4 games.
Yeah, if you get like this, where like it's just a list of games on it, these were like backups or copies, whatever, from back in the day. You can usually get like a couple of bucks. Usually people sell these in lots. You get a bunch, like 50, 100, whatever, and put them in lots, and you get some money out of it. We have, this is a good one, Strip Poker.
Wow.
Let's see. We have Slot Trivia. There's the disc.
Well, games were just so much easier to make back then. I mean, they were fairly not very complicated. The programming languages were easier to use, and people were pumping out games left and right. So,
Sea Fox, Frogger, Nautilus. Now, all these games that are originals, even though there's no manual or box or anything, usually you can still get between as low as 5 to as high as, if the game's rare, it can be $100. It all depends on what the game is. I don't see anything killer right now, but these are all at least $10 games. Track Attack, War, Flags of Europe, another APX. Rum Runner. Abuse. Interesting.
but don't ask.
I know, right? We got Bandits.
Surprisingly, the games that are on 5 1/4 are fairly hardy too. I mean,
it depends on how they're stored. I can tell you right now, these aren't the best, but there's a good chance they still work. And even if they don't, collectors don't always care if the game is, up to snuff because.
Well, they can also write the game and put another copy of the game back on the original disc, and
yeah, it's more about the label, and also all the games pretty much are available online right now in a format that you can copy. So it's more about having the original disc. Here's the 810 the disk drive disc. This one's interesting. Snuff. This is a copy. Right.
Yeah, that's
Disk Commander. That's probably some type of software.
Yeah.
Copy stuff.
copying software.
Astro Chase. Hellcat. All right, so those are games. So far we got 3, 4, 5, 6. So far we got like 18 originals here, and with those other couple, it's like 20. All right.
So Sadie wants to know where the tools are at.
Oh well, I know. Not today. I just did video games today.
Although you did launch auctions tonight with tools, so.
If I can open it.
How to be a financial wizard. You can make a YouTube show about being a financial wizard with your software.
Yeah. Here we go. Got it open. And that is exactly what it is. It's all Financial Wizard. Okay. And we have a cute little disc bank, which feels empty. Yep. Kind of cute though. It's designed to be like stacked on the shelf.
You can buy 20 of those and line them up.
Yeah. All right. Best stuff for last. These are early baggy games. Oh, hey, what's up, Turtle Trader? And John Jones, what's going on? Yeah, these are early baggy games. These usually have the most value when you're dealing with games. They're kind of like before they started putting the games in boxes, they were in baggies. So it gives you an idea of the age. Is usually probably like early 80s or late 70s. This one's 82. Trivia Trek. We have Night Mission Pinball. Seamus. Musk Attack. This one's pretty cool. I've sold this one before. I got either 50 or 100 for it. I forget.
Most of the baggy games are, what, 50 at least?
It fluctuates too much for me to pinpoint it. It really depends on the game. Like this next one, this is a this is Castle Wolfenstein or Wolfenstein, and this is a first edition of this game back in what 82. This is probably a solid $100.
See, that's before it was a first-person shooter, right?
Yeah,
because that was Wolfenstein 3D, right?
Yeah, this is 2D before the 3D came out. Yeah,
because I remember playing the 3D version. I downloaded it from a software company in like 90, or that would have been more like 88 or 89.
Yeah, Mr. Sadie will be live for like 6 months. All right, we got Pool 1.5. We got what the heck is it? Graphics Master, application software, graphics generator, color print, and we got Dogfight. And that's my dog snoring again. And yeah, that's it.
So what do you value your haul at then? Just you spent 3. What do you think you're going to get out of it?
I don't know. I was hoping you would tell me.
Well, you won't tell me the problem is the value of the games fluctuates so much. I mean, you were somewhere between $400 and $450 before you hit the baggy games and some of the other stuff. So
yeah, so it's a
6 to 7 maybe 8.
Yeah, there's a good chance of hitting 8. Very good chance. I don't recognize some of the big games, so they might be a little more valuable than I think.
But at least you knew that. I mean, the money's coming back pretty quickly on just the hardware. So
Yeah, absolutely. Though I'll probably sell the games first because they're the easiest to sell. And
true.
it's nice because I already have one of these computers set up, so I can test it real quick.
I did not buy any of this stuff. Jason went out on his own and bought his own stuff this time.
Cute. No, Eric didn't spend my money today.
Maybe next. Like I said, wait. Maybe a little bit later this week we might be doing something. You never know.
That's true. There's a possible storage unit Eric keeps nudging me to buy. We'll see what happens.
So, and I told him if he buys it, I'll come up and I'll definitely help him clean it out. So,
and he better come up because it's damn full. I ain't breaking my back getting all that crap out again like I did last time.
But all right, so I mean that's kind of our hauls for the day. We are going to do a quick what I sold, like we did the last time. I mean, everybody seemed to like how we did it the last time. So, and we basically just pulled up our stores. We're just going to go through the list of everything we sold back until like May 23rd. I think it was the last time we did the video. So, it's definitely interesting to do it this way.
Oh man. I actually really want pizza, Pat. Oh, that would be good.
Yeah. All right. So
no shoes, Valerie. No, I'm staying out of that game. I ended up giving those away to another reseller.
No, the lady shoes you did, but the all the Nikes.
She's talking about the lady shoes.
Yeah, I know she is. So. Yes, but he did get about $2,000 worth of gold out of that. So.
Yep, that was fun. Oh, and Eric got some gold out of it too.
Yeah, I did. I mean, they were cleaning it out, getting ready to throw it away, and I was kind of like, I'm the kind of person like, no, I got to look at it. And he's like, here, take this, get it out of here, just throw it in your truck. And I got home and there was like 4 gold rings in there, so yeah. About $400 worth.
Yeah. Well, you're always making money off me, and vice versa all the time.
Yeah,
not a big deal.
Not a big deal. So
I was like, awesome.
Pat, if we had known you back then, you would have gotten the lady shoes. That's for certain.
Oh, Pat, man, I would have made him try them on.
That's a good video. All right, I'm going to share my screen here.
All right.
Lock on me now.
You got it.
All right. There we go. Let's see how this works. There we go. Okay, good. Yes, I have an adult-only item there. Start up here. I mean, there's not that many items. Like I said, it's only a couple of weeks worth. But vintage menus, I've talked about in the past how I bought quite a few vintage menus at a church sale, and this is the gift that keeps on giving. This is a Score magazine, if anybody's interested in looking those up. I bought these from another reseller. He didn't want to have them on his account, so I bought them from him, and I gave him like $50, and I gave him like $1 a piece, and so I've made, I don't know, $300 or $400 off of these. Through Jason's guidance, I bought some Unimat stuff and split it apart, and I've been making a little bit of money on that.
Tutelage. I like that word.
Yes, tutelage. These are, I showed this in a haul video not too long ago, all these movie press books and things like that, and this is a Mary Poppins one I sold. Euler. This is about I think this was like 6 or 7 inches tall. So it's a lot bigger than it looks right there. It's actually a full-size one. So, I got that at the Cabin Fever auction. It was just in a box lot. There's some more of that Unimat stuff. Here is, I bought, I don't know, these have been in my store for about 1.5 years, but I bought so many of these things. I bought a bunch of them, and I've just been selling them. I'm just trying to get rid of them. I think I have 2 left now, and I had like 35 or 40 to start with. Some license plates. Now, I bought these at the flea market when I was with Jason, and I actually overpaid. I took a loss on these, is what it is. Sometimes you take a little bit of a hit. I mean, I didn't lose too much money. Jaguar brochure, and I said I love car brochures and things like that. This thing was literally only about 4 by 6, so no big deal there. Again, this is an 1895. It's a little calendar. You open it up and it goes to different dates and has different music in it. Here's some Corvette dealership ones. I picked those up at Kimner's, which Jason and I have talked about, and the vintage computer store. They also had a bunch of manuals and stuff. So I think I'd offer like $50 on those. There's a set of veterans license plates. Sold those at auction. I was just trying some auctions out, seeing how they went. Some more Unimat stuff. There's another movie program. It's a Mad World. There's some Chevy Love manuals. This is actually a thermostat for your house, believe it or not. It's a key wine clock. It has a thermometer on the front that has nothing to do with your house whatsoever. And there's just a little switch in there, but it has the original key with it. And I got a really good offer. I mean, and there's like $50 or $55 for it. Here's another movie program. There's a little duffel bag American Girl tote thing. A baseball hat for $15. Got a handlebars, which I'm kind of glad I sold them because they were really close on the dimensionals for the new dim weighting for the post office. And I think I took like a $40 offer on those. I bought a whole bunch of bike stuff at a auction I picked up. Matter of fact, I bought all these hats at and everything as well. And the bike stuff just, blew up on me for what I got out of it. A little empty decanter. I don't normally buy these things. I just kind of end up in a box lot. Hello, Dolly. Another movie program book. I paid $30 for all of those movie program books. And I mean, I'm in profit already. And I've only listed like not even a quarter of what I have. Train stock certificate, Sir Lionel Corporation. This is a manual. This is another manual. This one came from Kimner's. That one, I can't remember. I was actually listing these when I was on vacation last year. I've got hundreds of these manuals up. More Unimat stuff. There's another manual. Different buyer, too. There's a woman's razor, which is not quite as collectible. It was blue. It's not in the greatest shape. So, $20 all in. Circus poster. There's a pennant. Little 6x5 brochure. There's a belt buckle that was not engraved yet, so that was why it was decent. I mean, here's another stock certificate. You see a lot of paper goods and stuff like that in mine because even though I don't get a whole lot of money for it, $12, this is $11. I'm into it for nothing, and it costs $2.70 to ship it. I was going to break this whole lot apart. There's just a ton of stuff in here, and I just, I thought, what? I got too much stuff I already to break apart as it is, so I just decided to throw it out there as an entire lot, and I got a couple $100 for it. These are the yo-yos I mentioned in the auction the other day about that went to a movie prop house in New York for West Side Story. Kroger Food and Drugs. I got a bunch of these hats.
Wait, did you test out those yo-yos?
I did not.
You didn't do any tricks or anything?
No. Here's a slide. This is a Brooklyn Bridge slide, 1971.
Hey, that's for me.
That's one of the slides that you sold me. This guy was kind of interesting. I took a $5 offer on this only because he bought 36 of these. He bought me out of them. And he paid, a decent amount of shipping for them, so I didn't lose any money on shipping. So, and he's coming back and buying more hats from me as well. We were trying to work out a deal on some other college hats I have as well. Here's this navigational hub thing. Transmission again repair. Here's more Unimat. I picked up a bunch of Lego manuals. I don't even remember where I got them from, but I've been selling them for like $10 a piece. Same guy bought both of these, so it was nice because I got $8.50 shipping, and they actually shipped for like $6. The helicopter flight manual, Minnie Mouse mask. There's another movie program souvenir. This is one of those yard-long photographs, and it's got a couple of vintage motorcycles in it, so it's kind of cool. This guy, one of these two, no, it's this guy right here. I sold this one for $20, and this guy came in and he bought the rest of mine at, I think it was $10 a piece, and he bought 38 of them. I can't remember exactly, and they went overseas, so they went through global shipping, which was no big deal. But it was really nice because it was like a $300 sale. There is a T-shirt. This is a U.S. Airways T-shirt. Another Fisher manual, Harley Davidson book. This is a poster from my poster guy that I got. Nice thing about this guy bought 10 of these, and he bought, it was 50 of these radios.
Oh my
And I
god!
gave him a little bit better price on these. I sold to at $350 a piece, and these he paid full price for. Somebody else wanted to buy them. I had 100 of these at one point. I'm down to like 20 now. Again, another manual. This is a dog item for me. I didn't pay hardly anything for it, but it's like the first one I've sold. So, and then this is that hair stuff. So, you know, that's kind of it for May 23rd. So that's kind of what I've sold for the last couple weeks. Stop screen sharing. There's my stop.
All right. So that's it.
That's it.
Nice. Very nice.
That's it. Yeah, like that's nothing. I mean, I know it's nothing compared to Jason, but
oh, stop. Believe me, the audience is about to go to sleep now.
Amen.
My stuff is not exciting and sexy like yours.
You know what? I don't even worry about. It's steady. That's all I worry about is I want steady stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's all about. I mean, that's kind of why like this weekend's been. You know, it's kind of disappointing. It hasn't been a decent amount of sales. I usually get 3 to 5 items a day, sometimes as many as 7. And this weekend I'm going to ship like 7 or 8 for the weekend. You know, that's just not where I want to be. So.
All right.
Screen share yourself.
Yeah, so let me start off by saying the last video was about 2 weeks ago, right?
Yep.
And between that time and now, I sold a few hundred items. So, but it's going to be pretty quick. I'll fly through it really fast.
Well, because you did yours as big auction lots. You ran a couple big auctions.
Yeah. So it's on me. Just give me 1 second. Share application. Share. Okay.
There you go. You're good.
Good.
Yep.
All right. All right. We'll start off with a nice little gear for $20. We got a shotgun reloading or the crimp and primer, 24. And Eric, you have one of these. Did you sell yours yet?
No, I just listed them over the weekend. Actually, I put a whole lot together. I have 2 of those and a bunch of stuff. I put it up for like $120 for all the stuff I have with it.
All right. We got a bed clamp. We got a South Bend sign. This I took an offer on for $50. I don't do very many best offers, just once in a while, and I'll note them as I'm going through if something's a best offer. And usually by best offer, it's not. I don't usually have best offers on my listings, but someone might email me and ask for a reduced price, and then I'll, reply back through email with an offer if I feel I want to discount it.
Not very often, believe me. It's tough talking Jason into taking offers.
It is. Sorry, I value my inventory. Pardon me. I'll see you later, Pat. Take it easy. Let's see, where were we? All right,
some of the gun tools.
Yeah, a little wrench. This was I took an offer for 200 on this guy.
That's a beast of a piece, though, too.
Yeah, it's like 50 pounds. Finally sold that Boy Scout axe.
It's bizarre because Jason, I had a similar axe I didn't have the sheath, similar condition, and I got almost $80 out of mine, and I did mine at auction. So I mean, I have no idea why. Sometimes things sell for really well, and the exact same item is going to sell for cheaper somewhere else.
Well, I will say the condition on it wasn't that great. There was a lot of pitting on the blade. You can't see it in this close-up picture. I mean, this small picture, but on the close-up, you can see the pitting quite well.
That's what you get for taking too good of photos.
Some headrests, wrench. I took an offer of this of what the heck?
175.
175. Yep. See, Eric knows my business better than me.
CFO baby.
We got 100 for that wrench. We took an offer of, what was that, 250?
Yeah.
Yeah, this ended up being a total turd.
Really cool item, just not enough value there. Not enough people looking for it. If it had been French, it would have sold for over $1,100. But
Yeah, the main problem with it is I bought it on an online auction and I didn't go to the preview. I didn't realize it had as much damage as it did to it. So I decided to take quite a bit of loss on that. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, the other stuff I bought did really well. So not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Got a wood plane. Uh, that's the one thing about me. I buy in bulk and a lot of stuff, so I kind of like always go by the rule of averages.
Well,
So
it's the same thing. I mean, I spent $170 today with buyer's premium and all that type of stuff. And, you know, if something I think is worth 60 or $70 works out to be $40, I'm not going to worry about it because I'm going to get my money back over the entire life of the auction. I mean, of what I bought, I'm going to double or at least triple my money. I mean,
yeah, big brother, that's kind of funny. I am notorious for not doing previews
I never go to previews.
because usually I'm not like close to wherever the auction is, and I'm not gonna like drive a couple of hours just to look at some stuff.
The biggest problem, most of my online auctions don't do previews.
Oh, really?
Yeah, mostly because there's so many of them here. I mean, there's auctions going every night. I mean, I could be bidding in probably 7 or 8 auctions tonight. A matter of fact, my auction is closing tonight. So yeah, I never pay. I just don't have time to do it. I mean, it's just one of those weird things. Either they don't offer it or I don't have time for it.
Yeah, I mean, so every once in a while I have to suck up something because of that, but it is what it is. Let's see, we got this little plane for $10. We got this gear for 40. These gears for 29. The Boy Scout patches for 10. I thought this would do a lot more, but
I
man,
thought
that
it would too.
I had that sitting for like ever.
It's one of the slot cars. Now you paid $25 for all the slot car stuff.
Yeah, all the slot car stuff is $25. We originally thought it was going to be a lot more money, but it ends up that the other cars weren't this brand. They're just not
Ah,
branded, so the prices were down. I mean, I still made a lot of money on the deal, but it wasn't as amazing as I originally thought. We got this set of Atlas gears with a nice holder, which is pretty cool. We got an armature winder for the slot cars. We got a tailstock. We got slot car wheels. And we got the slot cars 56, 49, and 49.
I
Some
mean that's
specialty cutters.
$225 or something. That was slot car stuff for $25 buy.
Yeah, yeah, not bad. I mean, especially since that one was in the same town as where I was.
It was like 5 minutes away from me, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I bought other stuff too when I was there. If you look back at some of the other videos. I bought this guy when I was with Pat Dees and Bearded Picker over in that. I forget the name of it.
The flea market.
Flea market. Thank you. I paid 25 for it.
Nice.
The hardest part was just carrying it from the flea market to the car, even though it's
Flipping it one upside down the other. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weighty. And actually, if you see these, I mean, pick them up. This one was missing the cover for the belt guard, and if it had the cover, these really fall in the range of 200 ish. We got a clamp, another tailstocks, and gun dies, gun tools, dial, more gun tools.
I mean, some of those gun tools are. I mean, this is the second round, and you're getting $135 for you've already sold one just like it. So
Yeah, so far on the gun tools, I mentioned it last night. I'm at what did we pay again? What did I pay again, rather?
$1,000 roughly, just when you get down to everything.
Yeah, it was 965 plus 15%. That's what it was. And right now I'm at $6,500, and I still got plenty of stuff left, but not the high dollar stuff left. So maybe it'll get
Maybe another $1,000.
yeah. Hoping it might get to 8, but we'll see. More gun stuff. This is one of the more expensive pieces. I sold 2 of these. You'll see the other ones in one of the previous videos that we did. More wrench. hole saws, another wrench, 2 empty tins. Oh, that reminds me, Eric. I have a ton. I have that big tin of
Yeah.
gunpowder. That's all you when you come down.
No, thanks.
You're forced to take it. Pneumatic nibbler. This didn't do as good as I thought it would, actually. But
No, we tested it. Should have worked. So
yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe the brand. Let's
that
see.
should have done better too.
Yeah, I had this one really needed a coaxing. It didn't sell the last time I put it up. A lot of questions on it though. This punch. We got 66 for this bullet mold. 29 for the rifle cleaners. 25 for this. I forget what the heck this thing even does. Some automated thing for I don't know, industrial. It sounds good.
A PlayStation game.
Oh wow! Someone just lit off a cannon.
Nice.
Quick change. Bo, come down. Good boy. This little Art Deco watch thing. Flexible shaft, chisel, chuck, pulleys, gears, handles. Some of the axe things. Guard. Some other miscellaneous tools. Handles. Like I said, I'm just breezing through this stuff because
Yeah, I mean you're seeing just a lot of little stuff. A lot of the stuff was picked up at the Cabin Fever auction, or it was picked up at some estate sales as well. And that was a nice piece right there, $455 for that.
We got this milling light for the mill, drill press lathe, jack, rotary table, Boxford shaper. That was a local pickup. Belt sander. This is a taper attachment, and that's a surface grinder, really small surface grinder. You can see it's actually sitting on my photo booth. Bandsaw, apron. Mr. Sadie, you happy? I'm in tools now, by the way. Let's see. Boreflow. I think at this point, this is the stuff we covered in the last video.
No, May 23rd.
Oh, okay. Almost there. 25th.
I mean, you're seeing a lot of similar items, mainly because, like I said, when we were at Cabin Fever this year, we bought a lot of stuff, and finally, it was a lot of duplicates, and so you're seeing a lot of similar stuff just because it was duplicate, and it's been sold over time. Now you're into stuff from last time.
Okay. So let's stop that.
Do I get show money now that I'm what? The Blues win or something? I don't know. I don't follow hockey, so.
Oh, is that what they're talking about?
I assume so. I mean, St. Louis Blues.
Yeah, but all this stuff was free.
I mean, it was darn near. I mean, with the prices we paid, I mean, and we didn't take any of the filing cabinets.
Oh, right. Yeah. We had all those filing cabinets. There were like, geez, what were there? Like 10?
No, there was 17 and we bought 14 of them.
Okay. My bad. 14. And they were the big industrial 4-door heavy duty
filing cabinets, and they were all packed full of this machine tools. And we paid the max I paid for any one was $50, and most of them were less than $50.
Yes, I clean all those tools. Everything you saw, I cleaned and prepped and oiled nicely, so everyone gets a nice tool, nice clean tool. And that's one of the reasons why I'm pushing 100% feedback. So that's always nice.
Well, 100% feedback, you get very few returns.
Yeah, and I think in the past month, my returns were only like $60 before.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I've had lately is I've had 2 posters that I've mailed out absolutely destroyed by the post office. I mail them in tubes and everything, and just literally are just shredding the tubes. I mean, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do about it. There's no other way I can do it. But
yeah, stuff happens. I mean, to be honest, I prefer the tubes though over those triangle boxes. Those get mangled.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I might have to go to the tube inside the triangle box if I'm going to have to keep doing that. But the triangle boxes are priority, and I don't want to ship my posters priority necessary. But I mean, it might be better for me because I'm buying insurance on them anyway. So, luckily that the 2 that have been destroyed lately, I actually had 6 of that same poster, so I've been able to replace with no real loss. I mean, just I'm losing a little bit on the shipping, so just kind of annoying is all.
Yeah,
but
it's kind of funny. We haven't had much going on lately. We've been kind of just trying to sell the stuff that we have, really.
I mean, really, I mean, we've only been buying just very, very tiny little lots lately, and it's just kind of what we stumble across. I mean, that was the first auction I've been to in a couple of weeks. I mean, it's this is that a little bit slower time of the year when it's just kind of try to get the money in, sell.
Yeah, John Jones mentioned the PVC pipe. I used to do that when I was selling high-end pool cues. I put them in PC.
Yeah, the problem I mean you're going to get into is, again, the dimensional thing is going to kick in, but these posters are usually no more than 36 inches. And these are rolled posters, and I've got my movie posters are almost all folded, but I do have some rolled. But I bought special tubes for them. I bought boxes originally, and the boxes didn't hold up, so I went ahead and just bit the bullet and bought the tubes. And the tubes are pricey, $1.50 a piece. And now the post office is literally just destroying the tubes, and these are good, solid, thick cardboard tubes. If I switch over and start doing I can use the triangle mailers. I mean, it's going to be under a 1 pound chip. So, I mean, I'm looking at 1 pound. I can actually keep them in the boxes. The boxes are light. That's how I store them, actually, and put them in there. But I've just got to charge priority shipping for them. Yeah, and then I'll get complaints about, oh, it's so light, it shouldn't be priority. But, that's just what I'm going to have to do.
Right.
Just going to have to look into that and see. But
yeah, so right now we're not doing too much videos, even though we've
worthwhile stuff. So
yeah, but we're trying to sell off what we have because it's just starting to get a bit too much. I need more space now.
Well, I mean, let me put it this way. I mean, tonight in my live auction, I haven't looked at the things, but I mean, I had bids on everything, so I sold 180 some items tonight. So that's why I'm not super concerned about, eBay being a little slow this weekend. I'm going to make, I don't know, $2,000 tonight on my auction. So,
yeah. Getting back to the tubes for a second, one thing that's quite interesting, because I know you're shipping in 2-inch tubes for those posters.
Mm-hmm.
When you take a label and wrap it around a 2-inch tube, the post office scanners can't pick it up.
Yeah, it can.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it doesn't wrap all the way around. It's fine.
No, I get that, but the scanner can't physically see all of the thing in one shot. I tried it.
I wrap it the other way.
If you wrap the other way, it overlaps.
No, it doesn't.
What labels are you using?
4x6 labels. It doesn't wrap all the way around.
If the tube is 2 inches in diameter,
do I have to prove it?
It's going to wrap? Yeah, absolutely.
All right, hang on.
I call bullshit on. This is a family show. Stop that. Let's just say I don't believe that.
2-inch tube.
Get that tape measure on it. We'll let the audience see that it's actually 2-inch tube.
I gotta find the tube.
I can tell from here.
I can't tell either. 2-inch tube.
All right.
Four by 6 label.
All right. Well, hold it up. We've got to see this.
Well, I can't. It's a little hard to manage. There's the overlap.
You sure? Measure the label.
It's a 4x6 label. I'm going to measure the label now that I've got it stuck on there. Sure. It's actually 4 inches by 6.5 inches on the label, actually. See? Question my abilities and look what I know I have. Now I got to. Two of them don't need right. Oh, I got to mail that thing out in it anyway.
Yeah, I think that was totally fake too, Glenn. You're right. So I could swear I remember trying that and it didn't work. It overlapped.
Yeah, I mean, it does wrap it around. I mean, you know, if you could do math, I mean, here, like, actually, I have a fabric, and we'll start here and we'll wrap all the way around, and it actually is 6 3/4 wrapped around.
Yeah, seriously. What do you guys think about this?
Yeah, see.
But you know what? Maybe Craig's right, and my tubes are actually smaller than 2-inch diameter. That's possible.
Well, that's the inner diameter of the tube is 2 inches. So, I mean, if I go from edge to edge, it's 2 1/4 from edge to edge, but the inner diameter is 2 inches. So it's an 1/8 inch cardboard all the way around, and they're fairly solid. I mean, it's not like they're cheap or anything. I mean, but the last one the pictures I got, the thing had literally been twisted and ripped open, and they've done a piss poor job of taping it up, and then to see if they by then the poster was shredded on the inside, and I don't think I bought insurance on the last one I sent out. I usually buy insurance on them because it's like $550 with insurance. So
why would you insure a poster under $20?
Because the post office has screwed me too many times on it. And these are $50 posters. That's why. So
too much.
Yeah,
so
I see. I was
debate over here.
I was using these are 2.5 inch boxes that I tape up, but the tubes are structurally more sound than these.
All right, so why aren't you using them?
Because the post office bend the hell out of them and screw them all up. So I use these to store things in. So when I might do a photo of a poster, posters are kind of a pain in the butt to store once you get them up and listed. So what I do is I write a number on them. You know, this was a circus poster that I should have had a number 2 circus poster I'd listed. So, and then I stack them. I have a shelf that I stack them lengthwise in, and I can put like 70 posters on one shelf. So,
yeah, posters aren't the funnest thing.
No, I mean the problem is I've got posters that are worth a lot of money. I mean I've got one I have to list. It's actually it's an old blacklight posters from the 70s that should sell for about $150. But
Star City said something mind blowing, Eric.
Put the tube in the box. It doesn't fit actually. I don't think it will. I haven't tried. It's a little tight.
That's all right. Work it.
Should I blow in its ear? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I think there's a jar of petroleum jelly behind you.
How would you know?
Stick it on the shelf.
Let me some WD-40. Yeah, I think it's just a little too tight. Yeah, now the tube's stuck.
Yeah, Eric used to have that perfection game as a kid.
And the tube is actually longer than the boxes. So I mean, I could cut the tube down. I mean, that wouldn't be a problem. But you know, if I take the box or the tube, I've got like 200 of these boxes. I could actually just take them and drop them into the triangular mailer and be fine. If I'm going to ship them priority, I was just trying to ship them first class. You know, save a little money for the buyer as well.
Well, I think even if you put the tube and the box, it would still probably be under, and the poster would still probably be under.
It'll be under £1. So I mean, I'll be shipping priority £1 rate.
So if anyone is an expert on tubes, feel free to hit me up, and we'll have you on the show. Oh man.
Yeah, just different. I mean, I don't know. There's lots of things I could try differently. The priority boxes, the triangular boxes, I've never had trouble shipping in. So, I mean, I ship baseball bats and all kinds of crap in them like that. So, you know, I
Really,
can
every
ship these
time I use those, they get like shredded.
Yeah, but if I'm putting it in a box inside a box, I mean, it's not going to be as bad. So if the outside out of the box gets destroyed, at least hopefully the inside box will be decent. Then, but then I'll get $100 insurance on it right away too, so it won't be that big of a deal.
Right. Well, at least I'm glad we cleared that up, Eric.
I'm glad you yeah. Question my ability to put a label on a box or something.
Question.
Yeah, what I'm going to do. Sorry, I just put them in the USPS box. I just got to change the pricing on it because I got everything as first class. I just had to change them over to priority. Now some of the posters I have as priority just because the price of the posters. I had posters that were $200 and $300. I have for circus posters. I had priority shipping on anyway. So
yeah, right. Of course, those expensive ones you don't want to send them first class.
No. But
all right, so I guess we'll call it a night, guys.
Yep.
Done about everything today.
Hour and 20 minutes. So Jason's second video of the day. I mean, he's now concentrating mostly on YouTube. So
I'm pumping them out now, boy.
Might be the last one you hear from me for like 3 weeks, but that's okay. So
I know it's gonna be a while for the next one, guys. But thank you everyone for stopping by.
Yep.
It's been fun. Have a great night, guys.
Yep. See you later.